Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July the 17th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. The first case we're going to call is C3196-24-A, State of Texas versus Nina Perez. You speak English, Ms. Perez?
English and Spanish. Both.
Do you understand English?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and stand up right there in the middle of the room. Right there is fine. A little bit more to your left. Perfect, right there. Mr. Regalado, this is your motion. Your client is present. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, sir. She is facing 3 state jail offenses, all for possession of a controlled substance. One is set at $2,500 cash or surety. The other 2 are at $7,500 cash or surety. And she also has a Class B misdemeanor possession of marijuana for $1,000 cash or surety. I did confer with the state, and my understanding is, subject to the court's approval, we are in agreement to do PR bonds on all of those.
That's correct, Your Honor. State is in agreement to PR bonds on all
The
counts.
complaint has already been filed on the POM charge, so I don't have jurisdiction over that one anymore. It's CR 24-07136E. E is in
Thank you,
code
Judge.
5. So you
We'll
need to
file that,
check with
Judge.
them. Okay. Ms. Perez, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
How old are you, Ms. Perez?
35. I turned 35 July the 15th.
Wait, what city do you live in?
Mission, Texas.
What's your address?
3741 Garza Street.
Seven?
Well, it's in my ID because it was 3807, and then they changed it 3741. Like they changing addresses.
Okay, what is your phone number?
956-598-4760.
You're gonna be released 4760?
Yes, sir.
Gonna be released on a PR bond, which means it's a promise to appear. When you get out, contact your attorney. You will have to show up at the courthouse at a later time to take care of this case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm also gonna order that while you're out on bond, that you report to probation to get tested monthly for drugs or alcohol. You come back positive, you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. Bond will be reduced on the charge that's currently set at $2,500 to $2,500 PR. The 2 that are set at $7,500, bond will also be reduced to $2,500 PR. So, and then your attorney will have to get a hearing date unless you may post the bond on the possession of marijuana charge. I don't have the ability to change that bond at this time. So you either pay the $1,000 cash surety bond or wait till your attorney gets it reduced if possible. All right?
So I'm gonna get released.
On 3 of these charges, there's one of them, the POM charge, the possession of marijuana charge, that I cannot change that bond. It's currently set at $1,000. You can either pay the 10 or 15%, whatever they charge, or wait and see if your attorney gets you a bond reduction on that. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. And you can talk to your attorney about that, to see how much it'll cost you. All right?
If like when I go back, it's gonna be changed to 1,000, so I can get out, or by the end of the night, so I can get out.
It's right now it's at 1,000. It's gonna stay 1,000. So you can either pay the 10% or 15%, whatever they charge, or you wait and see if your attorney can get it reduced.
All right.
Okay? All right. Anything else on that, Lucia?
No, nothing further on that case, Judge.
All right, thank you. She may be excused. The next case I'm gonna call is 3159-24-A, State of Texas versus Arnulfo Silva.
Yes, sir.
English, Mr. Silva?
Monday?
You speak English?
Yes, sir. And Spanish, I too.
Prefer English or Spanish?
Yes, English, yes, sir.
Go ahead and stand right there in the middle of the room. Lucia, this is also your motion. He says he understands English, so
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor,
move back. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, face the TV. There you go. Go ahead, you may proceed.
Your Honor, Mr. Silva is a naturalized U.S. citizen. He is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child. His bond is currently set at 150,000 cash or surety. In speaking to him and his family, he resides in Hidalgo County. He's not employed. He is disabled. He suffers from dementia and was in the process of moving into a nursing home at the time of his arrest. He is indigent. I have been court appointed, and in speaking further to his family, the most that they would be able to come up with is $1,000. That being the case, Judge, I would be asking that the court set bond at 10,000 cash or surety.
What says the state?
Yes, Your Honor, good afternoon. As Ms. Regalado stated, Mr. Silva is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child, first-degree felony. The age of the alleged victim in this case, Your Honor, is 5 years old. She did make 3 consistent outcries. Mr. Silva does have significant assaultive history to include multiple aggravated assaults, violations of protective order, and then misdemeanor assaults. I was not aware about him potentially having dementia, Judge, but that does concern me for the safety of the victim if he's got some mental health issues that are going to keep him from abiding by conditions of staying away, Judge. State is not recommending a reduction. In whatever case we're asking that, Your Honor, continue ordering Mr. Silva to stay away from the victim.
Okay. In custody, I'm showing over 100 days. What? This has it not before the grand jury, is it?
I'm not aware that it's been presented at this time, Judge, and at the last we inquired of the DA's office, there was not a date scheduled.
Okay.
I get an available limo or Lincoln surveillance.
Mr. Silva, you speak English, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay. The judge who put the bond on you ordered a protective order, which means, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which means,
Come a little bit near. I can hear you.
right there's fine, right there's fine. The protective order in place, which means you cannot have any contact with the victim, the person making these accusations against you. Do you understand that? Okay, I don't want to know, I don't want to discuss what happened that day, okay? I'm telling you, there's an order that you cannot have any contact with the victim or the victim's family. My understanding is they're your neighbors, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, just listen to, you need to listen, okay? Don't talk because you have an attorney and I don't think your attorney wants you asking questions or speaking at this time. Do you understand that? Let her ask the questions for you. Right now, I'm giving you some information. It's very important that you pay attention. Do you understand? Okay. Within 200 feet, or I'm sorry, 200 yards, according to this protective order of 8909 Swallow Street in Mission, Texas. Now, neighbors, if those are your neighbors, do not go over there. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this will expire on, actually, it already expired, it looks like, yeah, June 3rd of 2024. But I'm going to ask that you have no contact with the victim until this case is resolved. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to order that the bond be reduced to $10,000. Yeah, surety. How old are you, sir? Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Okay? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now you need to listen to me. Answer the question that I'm asking you, okay? I'll cry, but just listen to the question that I'm asking you. You can put your hand down. How old are you, sir?
I'm from January 1366.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who do you live with?
I live with my wife and my 2 sons.
Okay. Do you see a doctor for your medical conditions, sir?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Do you work?
I'm disabled, sir.
All right. You receive Social Security?
Yes.
Do you understand about no contact with the victim? I understand they're your neighbors. Don't go over there Don't be out in the street, don't be out in the yard talking to them. Do you understand that?
Neither.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right.
Can I say something?
No, I prefer that you let your attorney speak for you, sir. Bond will be
Mr.
reduced
Silva,
to
don't
10
say anything.
Bond will be reduced to $10,000 cash surety, no contact with the victim. Anything else, Mr. Regalado?
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
So you may have a seat, sir. Thank you, Lucia.
Thank you, Judge.
Tanya, there's Tanya, yeah. The case we're gonna call is,
Hi, Judge.
good afternoon, C 3250-24-I, State of Texas versus Ernesto Garcia. No hablas inglés, ¿verdad, Ernesto? Okay, Mr. Garcia is present. He is Spanish speaking. I ask that you go slowly so that they can do the translation. I'm not sure if you're aware, Mr. Ramirez, but he does have a motion to revoke and a motion to adjudicate out of the 370 in cause number 3 CR 3079-23G and CR 7413-23G. And the CAPIS has already been issued on those two cases. I believe they have a no bond setting.
Yes, Judge, at this time, we were gonna ask to reduce these bonds first and then after go with to the 370 to try to get bonds on those two motions.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna be taking it step by step. I believe we do, yeah, those just came in, I believe last week, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yes. You may proceed.
And right now, we have, at this time, Mr. Ernesto Omar Garcia. He is charged with, he has an assault of impeding breath, Judge, the 3rd degree. The bond is set at 50,000. Then we also have another charge of theft property, 100 to 750. Now on that one, Judge, the bond is set at 1,000. We were going to respectfully ask for maybe a $5,000 bond if possible. That will still be a little difficult for for my client's family. However, that might be something that might be doable because we also don't know how much the judge from the 370 is going to give us bond on the motions. Or we
Actually, I
can do
misspoke, Tanya. I misspoke. Those two motions to revoke are on your other client, Mr. Martinez. We're with Ernesto Garcia, right?
Yeah, well, Ernesto Garcia, Judge, he's the one that has the parole warrant. And that same issue, he also has another case out of the 92nd. We were in court this morning. So yeah, no, the other one also has a parole warrant.
Okay. I'm sorry, you're Ernesto Garcia, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you asking on this
For-
charge of $5,000?
Yeah, so for Ernesto Garcia, Judge, we were gonna respectfully ask for maybe 5,000. 5,000 if possible on the 3rd degree felony, and if we can have a PR bond on the theft of property.
Is that Class C misdemeanor with that?
No.
What says the state?
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, the state is not recommending a reduction. As Ms. Ramirez said, Mr. Garcia does have a parole warrant. He has a good amount of federal criminal history, Judge, so we're not making a recommendation to reduce at this time.
Okay. Mr. Garcia, raise your right hand, please. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
The magistrate who arraigned him issued an emergency protective order case, which means that you cannot have any contact with the alleged victim and their family, which I believe would be your wife and children. You cannot go within 200 yards of the house located, let's see here, on South Rancho del Rey, or the place of business in Las Milpas on Las Milpas Road. I believe it's mentioned, this will expire September the 7th of this year. But I'm gonna ask that you have no contact until this case is resolved. Do you understand that?
Yes.
What city do you live in, sir?
Mismo.
Were you currently living with your wife?
Yes.
If you are released on bond, you cannot go back to that address. Do you understand that?
Sí. Yes.
Do you have someplace else you can go?
Sí. Yes.
Where would that be?
Mission and Rumbo pa Pueblo de Palma. Since the mission, like Rumbo de Palma.
Who would you,
Con familiares, relatives, cousins.
you'd be living with family? Do you have a job, sir?
Sí.
Where do you work?
Cortando yardas y mecánica. Landscaping mechanic.
How old are you?
22. 22.
22 years old? I didn't see an ice hold on him. Right?
No, Judge, there's no ice hold.
See USC? Where were you born, sir?
En Macali.
Okay, he is a USC. No problem. If you get out on bond, sir, you need to stay in contact with your attorney. I'm gonna order monthly UAs. You're gonna have to go in and get drug tested. You come back positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear? If you don't show up when they tell you, you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear? Bond on the assault charge will be reduced to $10,000 cash surety. Bond on the theft charge will be reduced to $1,000 PR. No contact with victim. Sir, if you call her or you text her or you drive by that house and they report it, you will be arrested facing new charges. Do you understand that? When you're released, they'll give you a copy of this protective order. I've explained it to you. The magistrate judge explained it to you. I have a copy, so there's no excuse. You understand? Anything else, Tanya?
Not for Mr. Garcia, Judge. I do have I believe he's also Garcia. And that's what, that
I
was
think
the
is anything else from the state on that
Martinez,
case?
Martinez. Yes, on Mr. Martinez, Judge.
Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute,
Yes.
Tanya.
Yes,
Nothing
yes.
further
Anything
from,
else?
no, Judge, nothing further on Mr. Garcia.
Okay, you may have a seat, sir. The next case we're gonna call is C 3249-24-8, State of Texas versus Ismael Martinez. You speak English, Mr. Martinez? And he is present. This is the individual that I misspoke about earlier. He's got a couple of revocations out of the 370th, if I'm,
Yes.
okay. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge, on this case, Mr. Martinez has a bond on the second degree felony of $25,000, and then the second one on the aggravated deadly weapon. Aggravated assault with deadly weapon. He has 50,000, a total of 75,000 to come out, Judge. We have spoken. There's no possible way that him or his family can come out with this amount. Now, also in lieu of that, we do have additional motion. Well, we have those motions that are coming up that we also need to set bonds for those. We were going to respectfully ask for a bond if the court can reduce both bonds, because we are going to have a couple more bonds coming up as well on the revocations.
Okay. What says the state?
Yes, Your Honor, due to the defendant already being on probation in those two cases that Your Honor previously mentioned and the nature of the counts that we're looking at here, the state is not recommending any reduction at this time.
There was also, well, no, I didn't see a protective order issued on this. The other was.
Mhm.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Ismael Martinez.
You gotta speak a little louder.
Ismael Martinez,
How old are you, sir?
25.
Mr. Martinez, there's a protective order. It was issued by the magistrate in your case. The protected person is Tanya Martinez. You're not to have any contact with her or her family. This is for 61 days. It will expire August 7th of this year. I'm gonna ask that you not have any contact until this case is resolved. You're not to go within 200 yards of the house located on Campacuas Street in Mercedes. Don't drive by there, don't go over there, because you will be arrested facing new charges. Do you understand that? If you make bond. There was also a second protective order issued. I believe the protected person, is it the same one? Is Adolfo Martinez. And you're not to have any contact with him. The address there is same address, so do not go back to that address. I believe it's where your father lives, okay? Do not go back over there if you do get out on bond, because you will be facing new charges. I'm gonna order monthly UAs to probation. Same thing I told the other individuals. They need to get drug tested. You make sure you show up or your bond will be revoked and you'll be back in jail. Even if I lower your bond on this case, sir, you have a couple of motions to revoke out of the 370th District Court. Your attorney's gonna get a hearing in there and see if they'll give you a bond. If not, you'll remain in custody until they decide what they're gonna do in those cases. Do you understand that? Bond on these two cases will be reduced. The cruelty charge will be reduced from 25 to 5,000 cash surety. And bond on the ag assault charge will be reduced from 50 to $10,000 cash surety. Anything else on that, Ms. Ramirez?
That would be all, Judge. I'll let the family know, and just so my client knows, we're already working on getting a setting for the revocations judge within the 370th. So we can move on that.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
You too, you may have a seat, sir. You can get a hold of Sissa. Yep. The last case we have is C 3241-24-L, State of Texas versus Joel Garza. You speak English, Mr. Garza? Okay, Mr. Garza is present. His attorney is Cesar Aguilar. We did send notice. We called earlier. There's been no response. Do you have a recommendation on this case, Abby?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is in agreement with a reduction of the bond to a $10,000 cash surety bond. He's currently set at $20,000 on a state jail possession. The reason for the cash surety, Your Honor, is because he does have significant history out of Starr County. And so I believe that's why the office did not change it to a PR bond, but we are recommending a reduction, Judge.
He's been in custody, I showed 96 days or 97 days, is that right? Okay, raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name and speak louder, please. How old are you, sir?
38.
38? Where were you born, sir?
Academy.
What city do you currently live in?
Start coming.
What city?
Start coming and Alto Bonito.
Alto Bonito. Do you rent or own?
Own house.
Who do you live with?
my parents' house, but they don't live there anymore, so I stay with the house.
You have a job
Yes, sir.
where you work,
I take them flow and paint,
construction work?
kind of.
You work for a company or you work on your own?
No,
When was the last time you worked?
I got left up here.
I'm gonna order monthly UA, sir, which means, you know who your attorney is?
Yes, I got left.
Have you spoken to him?
Look, can I tell you something, Your Honor?
Hang on just a minute. You may not need to. I'm gonna order that you get tested monthly when you get out. You understand? Same thing I told everybody else. If you don't show up, you're gonna come back to jail. If you show up and you're dirty, you're gonna end up back in jail. You understand? What's your address in,
214 Peachtree Road, around the city.
okay, is that where you received the mail?
Yes, sir.
It is? Okay, you're gonna receive a letter in the mail stating that you have to show up to court at a later date. Make sure if you change your address or your phone number, you need to notify the jail or you need to notify your attorney. Otherwise, they're gonna issue a warrant for your arrest and gonna arrest you again. You understand that? You have a working phone number?
Not right now. I'm in the back, I'll give you the number I have, man, it's disconnected right now. So
You have a family member, mother, brother, sister?
I got, my common law wife,
What's her name?
Rosemary Clark.
Clark?
Yes, sir.
Do you have her phone number?
361,
956?
361,
Okay.
660, 3288.
She lives with you?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm gonna reduce your bond to $1,000.
$1,000?
So with $200, you get out. 10%, whatever the bondsman charges you.
Can I tell you something, Your Honor?
I don't want to discuss your case because I'm not here to,
Saying anything, I'm just gonna let you know that, I've been almost 100 days and I haven't got indicted.
that's why I'm reducing your bond to $1,000, sir. Okay. The case is not going away. You're still gonna have to, right? Reducing it to $1,000 cash surety, pay your bonds, stay in contact with your bondsman, stay in contact with your attorney. Because you will have to show up at the courthouse at a later time and take care of it. You understand? Probation will contact you to go get drug tested. I know you're in Stark County. Maybe they'll allow you to get tested over there, or you may have to come back over here to get tested. But make sure you show up. Understand? All right. Good luck to you. Abby, that's all we have. Thank you for your help.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Thank you, Judge.